This video will be presented in the format of a Q&A.
Why does everyone wants to be an ENTP?
Because being the Joker, Satan's sons, or Bill Cipher sounds very fun, until you realize no one loves them. Or maybe it's the other way around, and they want an excuse to know why no one loves them. However, being an ENTP is hell, and when many other personalities pretend to be this one, the only consequence is the contamination of the perception of the type. Accordingly, the contamination of the possible solution we are trying to find for our problems.
Why do you struggle with motivation?
Annoying question, especially when the answer is so obvious. No one believes in us. It looks like a live-action comedy with an overused joke, to which no one laughs about anymore, but it had become tradition. From every single trait in our persona, every idea we have or propose, even after giving solution to the most complex problems of others, in the moment when we dare to open our minds and say something that we want, you are so funny, that's impossible to do. We simply grow used to be, to not be, someone.
What would you do with $1 million?
Buy a pixel, and soda, and tomorrow tacos.
Do you dislike money?
Money is a very boring solution. Worst, for the accumulation of money to have annoying lingering issues, adding with the usual transaction that is to give people who have money power in some regard or another, and I think I've said enough about why I like the incentive to create profits.
How do you deal with intimidation?
I don't, or I no longer do. I just have failures to speak about so far, and my efforts to pretend to be harmless have failed. Nowadays, no, I clearly shout from the depths of my lungs, crazy evil psychopathic machine here, approach your discretion. Nah, don't be edgy. 3 days later, they learned the label wasn't lying, and they're gone. Well, that saves time and effort from me, I guess.
Do you feel alone?
It seems that others will go insane after spending decades in raw solitude for so long. Or the goal to simply be there, the numbness to devour me slowly day after day, reality fading away. I can barely notice the advancement of the marks. I'm doing fine.
What is the worst lie you tell to yourself?
I brag about being realistic, to live with my feet grounded. And then, somehow, I tell to myself the most stupid lies that I can find. I can live a normal life, have a stable job, and a small house at the suburbs, a happy wife, children, a dog, maybe one cat. I have lied to myself in the most interesting way possible.
What would you say to yourself if you could time travel?
I will lie to myself. I had at the moment what I considered the best answers. Even as the time has passed by, nothing has changed so far. Some decisions are not mine to be made. I could manipulate and enforce my will on others. Will that make things better? Or it will simply make the life easier, delaying the inevitable truth?
People say that you're a chameleon. Is that the truth?
By courtesy, manipulation, we lack a real personality, or the real one is born in being miser. After observation, trial and error, we determine who to quickly adapt into wherever we are taught in order to attain or solve whichever task was placed that forces us to interact. In other words, we do live in a society.
Why are you so horny?
We lack emotions. In order to escape this void, we have two options. The other one is pain.
Why are you self-destructive?
When option 1 gets boring, well, option 2 has to be. This guy said.
Are you really that smart?
I like to tell to myself that I'm not. Allow me to illustrate these scenarios. If I am not, oh, okay, I have been unlucky, it seems. The other brilliant people decided to play hide and seek and they didn't tell me about it. What a bunch of jerks. Okay, it's not funny anymore. I want to talk to someone who doesn't give me a sensation to be talking to a brick of walls. I need some stimulation, please. I beg of you. Oh, a trillion people hiding behind the sentry. Ha ha ha. Why didn't I search in there, silly me? I have some simple questions and I find myself in dire need for some help to answer them. If the answer is yes. Oh,
Would you like to be someone else?
that is not a question. The Pat Clip is here to help out. Modifications in a rather unorthodox way. The good, you will no longer be yourself. The bad, oops, no longer alive. Yes, that is a stretch. That is the bad side. Coke syrup or beer seems to help, unless your body is immune to it.
Do you regret being born?
I understand that someone had to bear the responsibility of being on top. Someone who doesn't ask if they can, someone who asks if they should. The more you understand, the more you see why things are the way they are. The other types seem to think that we just pretend a narrow point of view. They have never talked if someone actually could. Will you believe that God walks among men? What clothes will he choose? A divine robe that shines in the dark? What food will he eat? Turkey covered in gold, people like to think. Why he doesn't save us? He does, through strings, shadows, mirrors and smoke. You don't see the script that writes you as the protagonist of this tale. When you feel special about paying yourself instead of paying
Are you good?
me. No.